What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to a couple of subscribers. I want to give a shout out to the brother Gizmo for the donation to the channel via the Cash App. Much respect to him for showing love to Too Raw for TV. And I saw your note. It says, about time somebody got the three greatest Lakers right. Well, some people got a problem with me putting Mike in front of Shaq, but, I'm not saying that Mike is a greater player than Shaq. You got to remember Shaq played for other teams. But I do believe that Mike's 5 championships are not even respected, And what bothers me about it, I've said before, I don't like when some Laker fans use their championships as a dick measuring contest against the Celtics and other franchises, but they want to shit on the Mike in years. But he won 5 titles, but you want to include that when you're trying to go up against Boston. But then you poo-poo Mikan's era and his titles, but you want to count them though. Nah, it don't work like that. It shouldn't work like that. If you don't respect their era, then just say y'all got 12 championships. But anyway, much respect to you for showing love to the channel. So, Andre Drummond is on some bullshit again, man. Talking about how... I'll put a link to the article in the pinned comment in the comment section below. He's on some bullshit about how he's one of the great rebounders of all times and one of the best players of his generation. And I think he said he's a top 20 player. Now, when he says top 20 player, is this dude talking about all time? Or is he talking about right now? Because you're not a top 20 player right now. And even at your best, I don't know if you were a top 20 player. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what some of these dudes are saying, man. Like, the delusion with these guys is incredible. Like, what is wrong with these dudes? Are they surrounded by nothing but, cock-guzzling sluts and cooning-ass yes men? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how these guys are walking around this deluded. I mean, you look at Andre Drummond's resume. Let's look at his resume. Now, at one point in time, yeah, statistically, you could argue that Drummond's rebounds were top notch as far as the rebounding rate, and I think he led the league in rebounding 4 times. Let's look. Yeah, 4 times led the league in rebounding. 2-time All-Star, All-NBA third team, All-NBA rookie second team, Rising Stars Challenge MVP. They went to FIBA Gold World Cup in 2014, FIBA 2010, FIBA 2009, never won Olympic gold. Let's look at his career averages. Let's see. 13.2 points, 12.7 rebounds, 1.3 assists. You know who I kind of put him in the same category with? And I'm going to tell you who I kind of put him in the same category with. I sort of put him in the same category with a guy like Sven Nader. That's who I sort of put him in the same category with. With Sven Nader, star in the ABA, and good player in the NBA 70s and 80s. Let's look at Sven Nader. 2-time ABA All-Star, 2-time All-ABA second team, ABA Rookie of the Year, ABA All-Rookie first team, NBA Rebounding Leader 1979-80, ABA Rebounding Leader 1974-75, two-time NCAA champion. So he actually has a better resume than Andre Drummond. 12.4 points, 11.6 rebounds, 1.7 assists. That's who I kind of see with him. But he's not a Hall of Famer. His best years were between 1973 and 1981. During that time, 13.4 points, 12.6 rebounds. Yeah, that's who I kind of put him in as far as a category. And it's Sven Nader. If Sven Nader is not a Hall of Famer, then Andre Drummond, you're not a Hall of Famer. And the thing I remember about Andre Drummond was this. He was a guy that, when pressured defensively, was not a great scorer. He didn't have a great go-to move. Most of his points were like putbacks, garbage points. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the best athlete either in the post. Remember his absolute disastrous time with the Lakers? Remember all those Laker fans were like cheering? They thought they had the second coming of Wilt Chamberlain. I poo-pooed that shit quickly. I said, you guys don't understand, man. Andre Drummond is just a guy that can put up good numbers on bad teams. That's what he is. Whenever you hear someone say on TV, there are guys in the NBA that can put up good numbers on bad teams, that's it. He's the epitome of that shit. Another thing about Andre Drummond is, that I remember, is during the year, he'll start strong. Man. You be like, damn, man, you see what Drummond doing in Detroit, man? He's averaging 16 points and 16 rebounds. You like, damn, this nigga is Dennis Rodman, but can score. Oh, my God. But then, toward the second half of the season, he'll fall apart. And you won't get that production consistently when it matters in the playoffs. Just don't. So, without the defensive accolades, more all-star selections, hell, he don't need championships. Just more consistency. I can't see him as a Hall of Famer, no. And the greatest rebounder of all time? Nah, I don't know about that. Let's see. How many career rebounds does he have anyway? I'm looking at Sven Nader, 8,430. Let's look at Andre Drummond. Let's see. Alright. He still doesn't have 10,000 career rebounds. Yeah, so he can't get it to him, man. Although he is only 29 years old. That kind of shocks me. He's only 29 years old, but he's already kind of seemed like he's falling off, right? He just seems like one of these guys who, you look at his age, like, well, damn, he's 29. But then kind of the same thing happened to DeAndre Jordan. Like, he kind of wore out earlier, you know? Some of these big men, man, they the same thing happened to Moses. Now, when I say the same thing happened to Moses, I mean, don't get me wrong, Moses played for a very long time. But that tenacious, ferocious, aggressive style, like, a play for the ferocity with rebounding, having to play in the trenches, in the post, night in and night out, for year after year, it takes a toll on your body. And while Moses played until he was about 40, from 84 onward, he wasn't the same guy that he was from 77 to 83. Like, from that time period, 78, 79, 83, he was a guy that could give you, Moses Malone, 30 points and 16, 17 rebounds. But after that, he became more of a guy that gets you 22 and 12, which is still great. But, he was wearing down a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I'm seeing that with Andre Drummond. Like, he's 29. I thought he was like 32, 33, man. These guys look so old now, man. But anyway, bro. You're not a Hall of Famer. Even in this watered down era, I mean, if they put this dude in the Hall of Fame, like I said before, they put this motherfucker in the Hall of Fame, it's going to be a list of guys that I'm just going to put in the 2 Raw Hall of Fame. Fuck the NBA. Because if you put these dudes in the Hall of Fame, it's becoming a joke. It's becoming a joke. It's going to become a joke if you put guys that are playing today that wouldn't even step the Hall of Fame 15, 20 years ago. But then you look at all these guys who played before and they're not in the Hall of Fame. Like my man said in the comment section, I forgot to mention the other day, Ricky Pierce. Ricky Pierce not in the Hall of Fame? Come on, man. Ricky Pierce not in the Hall of Fame. But you'll put Drummond in the Hall of Fame.